Get out of your hometown. Get out of your home base. Go on an adventure. You never know what'll happen. Even if it doesn't seem like you want to or that it'll be cool.
Welcome to No One Can Know About This, a podcast where we play every Final Fantasy. I'm Jeff Ekman.
And I'm Ryan Kazmiski.
And here we go, Season 4, Episode 6.
Yeah, we're finally,
gonna make our way out of Midgar.
Mm-hmm.
But before we get into it, why don't we check in with our favorite weatherman, Daniel K.
Yes, please.
He makes Daniel K's Let's Plays. Everybody should go listen to those if they're not already. So let's throw over to Daniel with the weather report. Take it away, Daniel.
Alrighty, thanks guys. Hi everyone, Dan the amateur meteorologist here, coming at you live again with another real-time weather update to help you plan out the rest of your day or just stay informed. There's not a lot to say about today, really. As you all probably know, we started out with an unseasonably low 989 hectopascals, but that's normalized out to a much more manageable 1004 hectopascals. And even that count is expected to rise later on in the evening to a positively summary 1013 hectopascals. The front of low hectopascals, which has been threatening to move in from the east, has instead been pushed further north by a high-pressure hectopascal storm, which has been circling around in the south for the last few days. That hectopascal storm has now officially been named, by the way. It's Tropical Hectopascal Storm Joanna. Despite Joanna's highs of up to 1100 hectopascals, a low-pressure trough of 950 hectopascals is expected to slip over us in the early hours of tomorrow morning. So be sure to break out the weighted blankets tonight and tuck yourself and your loved ones in very securely. If you need to go out early tomorrow morning, standard precautions apply. Wear your long-sleeved reinforced clothing and apply facial orifice plugs as required in this kind of weather. And yeah, not to worry, that low is expected to move past us sometime after sunrise tomorrow morning. Alrighty. Yeah, that's it for today's report. I'll talk to you again soon, listeners, and it's back to you in the studio, Jeff and Ryan. Hectopascal.
Meteorology, we love you.
Thank you so much, Daniel.
Yeah, really keeping all of our orifices safe.
Yeah, keep an eye out for the hectopascals. You know what to do. Listen to Daniel, he's got good advice. With that, let's get on with the show. Where we last left off, we met Red the 13th.
Mm-hmm, we got Eris back from the glass tube and Hojo.
Right. Hojo's plan was to get the two of them to copulate and be the... he's making like a Noah's Ark type deal
of like
different species
rare
from ancient,
species,
yeah,
and,
that they
genetic monsters and stuff like that.
So we're still in the Shinra building. We're getting out of the laboratory area, and without any further ado, let's get into it.
I'll see you later. We'll be waiting at the 66th floor elevator.
God, it's hard to figure out what they want. Go up here.
Yeah, you hear that fire crackling?
She doesn't give a shit. What are we fighting?
Are these like
Whack-a-mole machines?
something like? Yeah, they're like arcade machines.
Wow. But they shoot back at you.
Truly inspired.
So we're fighting some fights around here, and then we run into Hojo's assistant.
Mm-hmm.
Please don't kill me. I only did what Hojo told me to do. To prove it to you, here's the keycard to the 68th floor. Would I be doing this if I was the enemy?
Oh, thanks, dude.
I guess not. That was a ramp?
Oh, yeah, it's like stairs. I can see it now. Weird. This place looks kind of like a skate park to me.
More loco weed, dude.
What are we gonna do with all this loco weed?
Oh, you know what we're gonna do with it. Smoking the herb, man.
I would never do such a thing.
Do we go back
I
down?
think we gotta go up more. So we get back onto the True Lies elevator, and one of the Turks walks in, sort of like, corners us.
Yeah. Would you press up, please? This is a man named Rude. Is he rude? He's very nice. He said, please. Turks? Must be a trap. Must have been a real thrill for you. Did you enjoy it?
Not really. Wouldn't want to come back to this tower again.
I know, but we're gonna for the megaphone?
Let's not think about that.
And we march
If we
up.
forget all about it, we don't have to do it.
That's a good point. So the Turks march us up to the top floor.
Yeah, right into the president's office.
Which I just want to say, we started this climb at the absolute bottom of society in the slums, and we've made it all the way to the tippity top of the skyscraper where the owner of society actually lives and looks down upon everybody else. You all got caught too? Yeah.
Where
Makes
is
sense.
Eris?
In a safe place.
She's the last surviving ancient. Don't you know? They call themselves the Cetra and lived thousands of years ago. Now they are just a forgotten page in history.
Okay.
The fuck is he talking about?
We're here in regards to your unrestricted Mako production and how that affects the world.
Yeah, what are you
might-
bringing this up
You
for?
might have mistaken us for some other extremist group. Like, I don't know what...
There's got to be more than one,
exactly, yeah.
Cetra, or the ancients, will show us the way to the promised land. I'm expecting a lot out of her.
The Promised Land? Isn't that just a legend?
Even so, it's just too appealing to not pursue.
I agree.
Even so. It's been said the promised land is very fertile. If the land is fertile, well, you know what they say.
Then so are the
About
people.
fertile land. Then there's got to be Mako.
No, this
Oh.
is Barrett speaking, right?
Oh, yeah.
Then there's gotta be Mako.
Exactly. That is why our money-sucking Mako reactor is necessary. The abundant Mako will just come out on its own. That is where Neo Midgar will be built. Shinra's new glory. And this will be like Detroit.
Just so I have this straight, we're terrorists about the oil issues that are going on with the company, and he's like, we found a new land of oil, and we're gonna build a city on top of it. And we're sitting there going, we should probably stop that plan that
Yeah.
we didn't even know about, but now we do because you just told us unnecessarily.
Oh really, don't you know these days all it takes for our dreams to come true is money and power.
True. Man,
Well, that is all for our meeting.
he likes to end meetings that way. So we're taking off to some jail cells.
We don't have the money and power necessary to make our dreams come true,
No,
Jeff. We've got to
that's
get
right.
money and we got to get power. That's the point of the game.
That's right. So now we're in jail. Oh, this is why we saw
We're
that
in
jail.
Yeah.
So we're all kind of split up into different jail cells. Eris is in one, Tifa and Cloud are in another, and Barrett and Red are in another, and we kind of switch between jail cells as they're discussing what's
We can
going on.
kind of talk through the bars in a way. Here, you play for a bit.
Alright. I wonder how Barrett is doing. Hey, Eris is an ancient, and the real name of the ancients is Cetra.
Yeah, if this game weren't confusing enough, the Ancients have another name too, that some people call them. They're the Cetra or the Ancients.
If the Shinra get there, they'll suck up all the Mako energy.
And if we get there first, then eventually through lobbyists, they will eventually be able to do it.
The planet's gonna get weaker.
So this scene functions literally as like a breather where they're reiterating the info dump you just got to
Right.
try to like ease you into like the ancients are the Cetra, the Mako is what Shinra wants, blah
Yeah.
blah blah.
You talk to everybody in the cells and you reiterate stuff, including the love triangle. I wonder how Eris is doing.
Cloud there. Can you hear my beautiful voice? Eris, you safe?
Yeah, I'm alright. I knew that Cloud would come for me.
Oh my god, Eris, come on, not now.
Come on, Cloud, come for me.
Hey, I'm your bodyguard, right?
The deal was for one thing, right?
Do-do-do-do. Yeah, Tifa's gone. Oh, what's this about?
Oh, I get it.
Tifa. Tifa, you're there too?
More love triangle humor.
Yeah. Well, they put me and Tifa, Cloud and Tifa, in the same jail cell together so that they can be.
You would think they would take Eris somewhere else, like
Right.
a test tube again.
No,
like she's just in
in the
jail.
next door over.
Oh, it's hilarious.
Excuse me. You know, Eris, I have a question.
What?
Does the Promised Land really exist?
I don't know. All I know is The Cetra were born from the planet, speak with the planet, and unlock the planet.
What? That's all
That's
you
the
know,
only
huh?
thing I know. They
Wow.
speak, they're born from it,
that
they
might
speak
be
with it,
enough.
and they
Let's
unlock
just
it.
start there. Let's just start there. You know,
You know what?
Jesus.
And then, the Cetra will return to the Promised Land, a land that promises supreme happiness.
What?
What does that mean?
Yeah.
More than words. I don't know.
So yeah, this Promised Land sounds essentially like any legend about like,
Any place.
well, like,
Or
you know, like any
about any
religious
legend
sort
about,
of story
like, a
about
death.
heaven,
Yeah.
or not even a death, but just like, and then our people will wander for miles, and there will be. It's just it just sounds like a fable,
Right,
like
yeah.
any other fable. And Shinra heard this, and it's like the fables don't exist in this world, and they heard this and were like, "Are you kidding me?"
Right. There's an actual promised land?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that idea.
Speak with the planet. I just want to get paid over here.
Yeah. Just what does the planet say?
It's full of people and noisy. That's why I can't make out what they're saying.
Oh my god, it's like hell.
Or like heaven, if you could hear everybody talking at once at the same volume.
Yeah, I guess that's something you have to get used to in the Promised Land.
Yeah.
I only heard it at the church in the slums. Mother said that Midgar was no longer safe. That is, my real mother. Someday I'll get out of Midgar, speak
my
with the
God.
planet, and find my promised land. That's what Mom said.
Holy
My real
fuck.
one, I mean. I thought I would stop hearing her voice as I grew up, but
I guess she does hear it still. Let's just get some sleep.
Wow.
That's a lot of info.
So just to recap all that info, Barrett is upset that Shinra is bad.
Yeah, Barrett is still gonna make Avalanche happen.
What else did we even learn? Because it's just restating other stuff from the earlier scene.
Well, we learned that Eris knows about the Promised Land
Right.
and knows that it exists and
Yes.
can talk to the planet and
Okay.
does have secret Cetra powers.
There we go. That's the recap.
So we woke up in the night.
The doors just open? When did it open?
Doors open. When did it open?
Our jail cell is unlocked.
Yeah, we wake up and there's been some kind of horrible, horrible disaster at the Shinra building.
What's happened? Somebody knocked out the guard and opened my cell door?
This part left a very big impression on me when I was a kid, I remember. Tifa, wake up. What's wrong? Something's wrong. Look outside. Or is something going incredibly right?
Seems more like that.
Yeah, the guard is dead in the hallway.
Just laying down.
He should have the key on him. Come on, Tifa, get Eris. I'll go help Barrett and the others. Barrett, Red 13, come with me. Something's wrong. The hell's going on? Come on, let's follow Red 13. Yep.
He's clearly got the plan.
So we walk back to the experimental area.
Yeah, where the Genova dome was. And it's been ripped open and there's just blood all over the floor.
Everywhere.
And now we follow this like trail of blood back up the elevator
Up to
and
the
stairs,
69th floor,
going up
yeah,
to the president's
like-
office.
Where am I?
You're on the... Oh, shit. Look, there's like blood coming out of the elevator.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, this I think might be the first game I played that had blood in it.
Oh,
like,
really?
I never, like this
You
was
didn't
the most
have
adult
Mortal
game.
Kombat on the Sega
I was
Genesis
never
with
allowed
blood
to
mode
play
and all
anything
sorts of
with
stuff?
blood,
Oh,
period,
man, you were
growing
missing
up.
out.
So this was like, I was a teenager finally and was
This
able
was
to play
exciting.
this. Yeah,
You
well,
were a
this was like-
grown-ass teenager.
Well, I had played, I guess, like the Resident Evil 1 demo too, but this was like, I wanted to play that and there was no way my parents were ever going to let me play something called
Right.
Resident Evil with an M on it. But like this scene satisfied me, I remember, because it's creepy.
It is.
Where you want to go is, down and to the right. And then up to the...
Yeah, there's blood all over the place.
Yeah.
Everybody's dead and there's...
Did Red the 13th do this?
No.
We still haven't even met Sephiroth.
No.
Is this a glitch that is not going into a battle music?
No, I think here in this part it's supposed to be like this.
Serene battles. Serenely ominous battles.
Yeah, keep the mood going, you know?
What is E skill?
Enemy skill.
Oh, that.
I don't know how to get it to learn enemy skills, I think.
Anyway, while Ryan's walking up, I start looking at the beautiful fire that's in our fireplace.
Fire is mesmerizing.
Yeah, it's great.
It's the original TV.
Still the best show.
I don't know about that, but it's like solid. It's still like got something super compelling about it.
I mean, what other show has lasted this long?
I don't know. It's definitely got the longest lasting show, but you know what's like second after that is like Days of Our Lives. Follow the blood.
Follow the blood.
Oh shit! Not President Shinra. Is he dead at his desk?
Yeah, we make it back to the president's office.
Yeah, and he's dead with like a very iconic thin sword sticking out of his back.
Big ol' sword. He's been stabbed in the back.
You know, Sephiroth must carry a lot of these around because it's like he just leaves this one here.
Yeah.
You're going to want to leave it as a sign. An
it does
ominous,
seem like he
an
might have done
ominous
his
omen.
Yeah. He might have done his like signature move and come down from the sky to stab him in the back.
You know what? I think he probably did. I think there's probably a missing scene that's going to be a lot like one we see later, where
He
the
dives
President Shinra
downward.
is sitting at his desk counting money.
Yeah.
Going like, oh, the promised land will be even more profitable. And then it's like, yeah.
Yeah, sword in his back.
Oh shit! Stabbed in the back.
He's dead. The leader of Shinra Incorporated is dead.
It was probably that guy who gave me the key card and was like, "I promise you, I'm not the enemy."
And this sword must be Sephiroth.
Oh shit!
Sephiroth is alive?
Well, I didn't know that he was dead.
I guess he was. It's a point of contention. It's a thing I've never really felt solid on, ever. I don't know.
On whether or not he was dead before.
Yeah, or alive, or what the deal
Looks
is.
like it. Only Sephiroth can use that sword. Who cares who did it? This is the end of the Shinra now.
Ugh.
Oh, this guy. The space program guy. Who looks remarkably like Sergei Korolev.
Please don't kill me. This Sephiroth came.
Yeah, we're interrogating the terrified head of the space department who survived Sephiroth's attack.
Yeah, this is Palmer.
Yeah.
Did you see him? Did you see Sephiroth? How cool was he? Did he look really cool?
Yeah, I saw him. I saw him with my own eyes.
Oh, I'm so jealous. You really saw him?
Would I lie to you at a time like this? I heard his voice too.
No way.
He's saying something about not letting us have the promised land.
Does that mean that the Promised Land really exists and that Sephiroth's here to save it from Shinra? Probably.
What?
He must be a good guy. So he's a good guy then. Yeah. Save the Promised Land.
A good guy? No way. It's not that simple. I know him. Sephiroth's mission is different.
Yeah, Cloud's like, I know Sephiroth, he would never be a good guy, he's not like that.
Yeah, which is the first thing Cloud's really said with certainty.
Right. But anyway, outside the windows of this office building, the toy helicopter shows up. And Barrett's like, oh my god, the son of the president.
He's like, oh, right, the one who takes over if the president steps down. I forgot. Shinra's not done yet.
Exactly.
I'm an idiot.
Rufus. Fuck. I forgot about him. Vice President Rufus. The president's son.
Oh no. The next bad guy in line, who's actually worse.
Yeah, like, Barrett literally never thought past killing the president of the company. Like, that has ever finished off a company or government by killing only the head of it.
Well, I mean,
like, nobody is behind them.
Blowing up the reactors, too. They didn't think past blowing them up.
Right,
like, he's
yeah.
just his first thought is shoot the gun, and then that's it. He doesn't have, like, a larger idea besides, like, hurt them.
You want to talk to Shinra guy first? He won't talk to you? You can't take the sword out? Or even try?
No.
Yeah, I can't pull the sword out of the president's back.
Only Sephiroth can pull that sword out of the president's back, Jeff.
The sword in the president's back.
Yeah.
The story of
all
Excalibur.
The kids are going to be like, maybe I'm the next Sephiroth.
Yeah, and everybody's trying to pull it out of this
Pull it
dead
out of
guy's
this
body.
corpse.
Did they establish that this sword can only be wielded by Sephiroth?
No, it's not the case.
So we like run out onto the veranda and where the helicopters landed, and Rufus, the president's son, is there talking to Palmer.
Yeah, also got orange hair just like his dad.
Yeah, he flippantly introduces himself to us. He's got the same negotiation style his dad did, where he's like, just act totally cool.
Yeah, act like you don't even know who they are.
Act like they're bugs.
Who are you guys?
I'm Cloud, former soldier first class.
I'm from Avalanche.
Same here.
A flower girl from the slums.
Flower girl from the slums.
A research specimen.
We're a ragtag group of heroes.
We're crazy, yeah.
What a crew.
It would be like some people busting into like the White House, and two of them are like, "Oh, well, I work with the terrorists," and then one of them's like, "I work at the flower shop."
Right.
And one of them's like, "I'm a cat," and and he's like, "And what are you doing here?" And they're like, "We're all here to destroy you."
What a crew.
Well, I'm Rufus, the President of Shinra Incorporated.
You're only president because your old man died.
Old man tried to control the world with money. It seems to have been working. The population thought that Shinra would protect them. Dude, we're gonna walking around like an asshole. Work at Shinra, get your pay. If a terrorist attacks, the Shinra army will help you.
I mean, he's wearing like a Michelin
It
Man
looks
suit.
perfect on the outside, but I do things differently. I'll control the world with fear. It takes too much to do it like my old man.
Yeah, you gotta cut some corners, unlike that guy who was running the company up until now.
Well, it's like his son's been watching him going like, "You're basically oppressing them anyway. Why do you
Right.
give a fuck how they feel about it? Like, when I take over, I'm just going to do it the way that you're doing it already, but no holds barred."
Yeah, we're gonna be upfront about it.
Jesus. A little fear will control the minds of the common people. There's no reason to waste money on them.
When you're in the position of Rufus, like, what are you going to spend extra money on? They're not like, we need to cut costs so we can compete with the other energy company or anything like that. Like where does, like, you need the extra cash so you
Maybe he's
can
got
take a
big
longer
plans.
weekend?
Maybe
like,
big plans. I mean, they put the space plans on hold, and maybe he's got big plans for that.
I guess,
you know?
they probably have big plans for like some new gun that'll be
bigger
more expensive.
project, not public works project.
But when he says this, it almost seems like he's doing it out of cruelty because
Yeah.
it doesn't seem practical to him. But then it's like, when you free up those funds, it's not like
What are
you're
you
going
gonna
to
do
be
with it?
more in control of the world. Like,
Very practical.
Get out of this building with Eris. What? I'll tell you later. Just take my word for it now. I'll go after I take care of him. Alright, Cloud.
Now Cloud tells everyone to run away, and he reveals that he has some secret insight into the bigger picture of what's going on.
Yeah, it's still not clear to me exactly what Cloud knows.
No, but it's like anytime he comes close to Sephiroth, and even tangentially, he gets those headaches, right?
Yeah.
And so seeing the sword, he didn't get a headache, which is a little weird.
It is a little weird.
And a little inconsistent. But it's almost like he's going, there's some memory trying to shake free, and he's
Yeah.
like, I know that really what we need to do has to do with Sephiroth. I'll explain later.
I'll explain it later, and also I know he's bad.
And also, I'll mostly explain it slowly throughout the course of the entire game.
Yes.
I gotta say, there's been too many named bad guys.
Oh, dude, just it's all gonna pan out or something.
Or something. Right, but there was like Ichigeki or Ichiro or whatever his name was.
I know I do this a bunch, but it's Sang, you racist.
I mean, maybe the problem is that there's too many names in Final Fantasy in general, and we've been playing too many of them.
I keep calling him Ichigeki. It's Sang.
Ichigeki is the sword from 6.
Yeah,
right?
but it's like...
Or is it from more
why
than
am I...
6?
I'm just like, Japanese word. Come on, Jeff. You're better than that.
There was
Hojo.
there was Hojo.
So there's the Turks
There's the
as
Turks.
a thing. They all have names,
A
but there's
bunch
the
of them
Turks.
have individual names.
Yeah. The Turks are like their own thing. There's Hojo.
There's Rufus.
There's a lot.
Somebody else.
Cloud. I just thought of
You
something.
mean Cloud?
I just
Oh, yeah,
thought of
sorry.
something.
I'll wait for Cloud. Everyone get to the elevator.
It's going to get pretty ugly from here on. We should check on our equipment.
Oh yeah, we should make sure that everything is.
I gotta say, a JRPG that stops you before something and says, make sure your equipment is set, like, that's nice of them.
Yeah, we thank you.
Do you want to re-equip shit?
We should remove their stuff. Because this other gang is gonna go. We want to equip the best stuff we can to them.
Sure. I don't think anybody's died in a battle yet.
No. I mean, we should be super good at this game, right?
We should be.
We're just gonna Masho our way through this.
Mm-hmm. Masho, more like Mako. It's getting late. It's not really getting late, it's just me. I shouldn't have said that.
I don't know, I'm feeling it. I mean, it's been such a relaxing day. I'm like sitting chilling on the couch.
Yeah.
It feels late. Yeah, I am stumped.
Now we're just trying to leave, but the place is so big, and you can't remember the way out, really.
Right. So you've been around
I
up
feel
here.
like an idiot.
I mean, go through the bottom door. The thing is, it's just there's an elevator nearby, and we don't think that, like, oh yeah, that elevator.
I know, but
We're
you
like,
can't
there's the
tell what
stairs.
it's like. I don't remember what the door to the elevator looks like. You're from such a faraway angle looking down on this office building.
Yeah. I mean, if this building were up to code, there would be, like, exit signs for emergencies and shit.
Yeah, they would also not have stairs that don't have doors, and
Yeah,
they wouldn't have
that's-
elevators that only start on one floor. It's
I guess
like-
Shinra says
like-
what code is.
You know what? If you're the president and your toy helicopter's gone and you've got to get down from the top floor of this building, it's going to take you like
Fuck.
an hour.
Now the elevators, which is what you're trying to get to.
Oh, it didn't work the first time.
Yeah, that'll happen sometimes. It'll seem like something, you're like, but I already pressed the button there. So we walk onto the True Lies elevator, and the True Lies fight starts.
Yeah, there's another elevator next to us that they've put like a Gatling gun robot on.
Yeah.
And it breaks all of the glass in
Yeah.
both elevators, and we fight as we descend.
As we descend down the side of like 100-story building, it's so awesome.
This, after like this long buildup of the bullshit to get to the top of Shinra building, coming down is like an explosion of action. It's
Yes.
just like boss fight, escape. Like, it's just goes.
Fun.
Yes, this fight is awesome.
Oh shit. The dual elevator, like this is the fight from True Lies. This is awesome. For you pedantic True Lies fans out there, I know they don't actually fight and it's just an intense look when they're actually on the elevator and that they end up getting up to the top, but
Wait, they don't?
just let us go.
I thought they did.
No, they don't shoot at each
Oh.
other in the elevators in the
Okay.
movie.
No.
They're really into mech in this game.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of mech. Oh man, this is so fucking epic.
I felt like Final Fantasy arrived at the last game and now they're just like, what else can we do? Like,
Yeah.
an elevator fight where we're both on different elevators and like going down on the side of a building through the sky and they shoot out the windows. Like now it's like,
I think in a minute you're gonna really feel like the game has finally like announced itself.
okay. I want to point out that season 1 of this show was an entire 6 episodes. Here we are in episode 6. The premiere was a 2-parter. We did the pre-game episode, and now the game is getting close to maybe announcing itself.
We're finally getting to like the thrust of what the next big part of the game is
It's
going to
so
be.
big.
I know. Like, this Midgar part is like, we just are sort of learning that Shinra is bad, and that's it. And now we've heard of Sephiroth, and then it's going to just get crazy.
When I meet the villain,
Partially.
now a helicopter came down.
Yeah.
They beat the elevator fight, Barrett and the team, and then we cut back up to Cloud, who's still up on the roof
Yeah,
with Rufus.
he and Rufus have been having just a tense staring contest, I imagine, for about 20 minutes, maybe.
Access menu with triangle button. Remove materia from other members with square.
Okay,
End with
the
start button.
I guess Rufus was just telling us to like get ready for a boss
No,
fight
the
here.
game was just telling us to get ready for the boss
It
fight
acts
with
like
Rufus.
Rufus was saying that to us, and I really want to
Yeah,
live in that
I read it
world.
like it was. So as I'm equipping materia, though, Jeff is going to learn why we're never going to do anything but play Final Fantasy on this trip.
Yeah, there's a bunch of like packets around at the cabin of like information about Lake Arrowhead and going around in the area. Dude, getting into this Arrowhead Lake sounds like it's a fucking Final Fantasy puzzle.
One thing we didn't realize is that Lake Arrowhead is a private lake.
Yes.
Which we technically will have access to.
Yeah, that's a
but
part of our
There's
past.
passwords and things that make it sound like maybe you should avoid people who are going to be asking you if you belong there and shit. It's just like,
New numbering for the access codes. Former access codes started with number 1 in the Blue Jay Bay and increased counterclockwise around the lake. New access numbers start with number 1 at the marina and increase clockwise around the lake.
Yeah, I can't deal with that right now.
Luckily, you don't have to.
Why do you want to fight me?
You seek the Promised Land and Sephiroth.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense to me, too. Exactly. Did you know that Sephiroth is an ancient? I can't let either you or Sephiroth have the Promised Land. I guess that means we won't become friends.
No, I'm not. I don't think that's gonna wind up happening. We don't have to become enemies, though.
We don't have to stay friends. Let's pretend to be enemies.
Yeah, this Rufus fight is a little unusual.
Yeah, it's actually kind of tough because it's just you versus him, and I feel like if you got unlucky, you could just lose here.
Right.
Which would suck because I think you would have to rewatch some cutscenes, or maybe even fight that robot fight on that. I think you'd have to fight that elevator fight again.
Well, either way, Rufus also has like a cat monster.
Yeah, he's got a panther or something.
So he's got a helicopter and a cat. Whoa, did you read this?
I don't know.
Dear guests, we want your stay at Grass Valley Lodge to be as enjoyable as possible. To assist with that, we need to stress the importance of respecting our neighbors' property and privacy. Unfortunately, recent guests staying at Grass Valley Lodge did not maintain this respect. As a result, our neighbors have informed us of their intention to contact law enforcement to address vacation rental compliance issues. Do not trespass onto our neighbor's property. Maintain low noise levels when outside. I don't like that, like, oh, so like people before us have like ruined relations with the neighbors around here.
Yeah, that sucks to know. I guess I'm glad I know that. I'd rather be extra wary of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're not like playing music or anything.
I kind of heard this guy talking. Yeah, out on the balcony of this cabin is extremely quiet on the street. But there's like a guy, next door neighbor, who was sitting on his porch, it sounded like,
Yeah,
24 hours
we
a
would
day.
later learn that he just left a window open and stayed next to it. Yeah, literally 20 yeah, it was like he was watching us.
And every time that we were out there, we could like overhear him like talking, like he was talking to himself or on the phone or something.
I think he was on the phone complaining to someone about us.
But like it was so little, like where it's like, oh, and now they're over there, and it's like, yeah, but we're being quiet and respectful, and like there was no issue.
Yeah, no. So we kind of get the idea that whoever was here last was probably harassed by the neighbor who lives next to here. So this starts throughout the rest of the trip. We'll go on the balcony to eat, but we're like quiet.
Yeah,
'cause
we're like,
constantly going like, that guy is listening
He's
to
still
us.
over there.
Like,
We got a protect vest and a guard stone. I like the sound of both of those things.
People were just like walking onto their neighbor's property.
Well, I walked up there and it seemed like kind of easy to do.
It
Like,
does
Once I
seem-
got up there, I was like, oh, I probably shouldn't like
Go any further.
just really go any further than this.
Well, that's like exactly the thought, though.
Yeah, but I bet a lot. I know people that if we were here with them, they would just see how far they can go. You know, nothing like what we're doing here right now.
Yeah. What they don't know is that the truth is this is the most
I cannot
debaucherous,
fucking believe.
fucking like life-hurting activity that somebody could do in this place when renting it for a week.
We are still in this goddamn building.
I know, we've been in here for half of the day.
I mean, you know what's crazy is oh wait, I want to say it. I've played this part before, and I just never noticed how
long it is.
crazily long this is.
So we make it to the main entrance of the Shinra building.
yeah, this is like our first time in the main lobby, which is
Right.
a pretty nice plaza.
It is.
Fuck. Surrounded, huh? Get out while you can. It's not you they're after, it's me.
I love how her voice is getting more and more gravelly as it wears on us.
Yeah, it's definitely.
so hard to do. It's more and more like I've been smoking for years.
You got caught up in this over Marlene. Now it's my turn to watch out for you.
Oh, get ready.
Okay, playtime's over for you jackasses.
Thank you, Mr. Barron.
I'm also like coming off of John Wayne. I'm like,
Yeah,
how do I need to
between
make
them.
this like more intense.
We're really hitting the ground running with some of these voices.
Who you callin' Mr. Barron? That don't sound right.
If you are through talking, may I suggest that we think of a way to get out of here?
Maybe Red the 13th should talk more like a street urchin or something like.
Did you say something? Did you say something?
Oh God, that won't wear thin quick. Not a thing. So, what are we gonna do?
Everyone over here.
Huh?
What's up? Oh yeah.
Where's Cloud?
I'll tell you later. Hurry.
There's a lot of that kind of shit.
There's a
where it's
lot
like,
of I'll tell you later.
I'll tell you later. Just trust me. Just go with this. Come on. I'll tell you later. Go. Come on. So now we go to the rare, truly fully rendered, pre-rendered background, or not that, pre-rendered cutscene? Is that the word? Yes.
The like the full one where they look like they're proportioned correctly.
Right, they're
and
not
all that.
Lego pieces, and everything's in nice 3D. And we're running out of the Shinra building, and we hop on a motorcycle.
Well, yeah. They get in a truck. They get in like a mini truck, and they bust out of the front windows, and then Cloud follows them on a motorcycle.
It's fucking awesome. Whoa.
Oh my god.
Holy
I'm gonna
shit.
turn it up.
Wait a minute. In this pre-rendered cutscene, they don't look like Legos, but sometimes they do.
But these are like the real cutscenes, like the big set pieces.
Holy shit. Not to slow the action down here, but 2 quick questions. First of all, where did Cloud's motorcycle come from?
Well, they're like raiding the Shinra museum.
Well, that's what I was gonna. That's part 2 of my question. Is that this other like minivan is on display, like it's like a car show on display. Like you can win this car, and they like break it out from velvet ropes. The minivan.
Well,
but Cloud's
it's
just
how you
on a
display
motorcycle.
car, that's a show.
But so it is like the gift shop of the Shinra mansion.
Well, we didn't walk in through here, but if you walk through here, I think you can see like the truck on display, and then there's like other things that they've made.
And the motorcycle on display?
I'm not positive.
Okay,
but like,
so we're thinking that he got
like,
the motorcycle, they got on the model truck.
Yeah, these are all like, they're like, and then in the 50s we started making trucks.
Right.
And this was the most popular truck
This
ever.
was the Model
and then we
T.
made
They
this
hop in like
badass,
the Model T.
Exactly, yeah.
I just still don't know where the motorcycle came from.
I mean,
but
I
guess
assume
it's,
he got it
from
it's
the
a
same
Shinra
place.
thing. They made it,
all right, all right. Yeah, turn it up over 30. Whoa, that's a crazy tricycle car. Wow. Oh my god. This is amazing. Yes, it's a huge escape. Yeah, we wind up on some kind of a highway out of town.
They fly right out of like a second-story window of the Shinra building, like they ramp off of some stairs, and they land on a freeway.
Yeah.
And they just start flying.
And then it cuts to a black screen where a bunch of information about how to do this event appears. Oh, fuck. No way. Control the bike with the directional buttons and save your friends in the truck from the Shinra pursuit troops. I gotta attack on the left and the right. Let's see how I do. I think I'm gonna do badly. In my opinion, this is one of the 2 most bafflingly difficult parts of the game.
I disagree with you because I don't think there's really a way to lose this. Like, I don't think it's very hard to lose this.
It just seems like, what am I doing? Is it working?
I would agree it's hard to do it well. Like, it never feels like you're, like, really in control of this.
It's also, what am I saying? I know that there's other stuff in this game that is 1,000 times
There's
more
stuff in
difficult.
This game that's actually difficult.
Holy shit. Oh, God.
We should explain what you're actually doing.
Yeah. Which is I'm on a motorcycle with a sword the size of like an extra long baseball bat.
It's like as tall as Cloud is.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
And you gotta like swing it.
Oh no.
Why can't I get up there? What are those like racing games where you can kind of like kick on the sides and kind of kick people off on their motorcycles and
Road
Stuff?
Rash,
like,
is that it?
I think so. Yeah.
You have the chain and you whip it at them.
Yes.
Yeah. It's kind of
Exactly
like that. It's kind of like that. Yeah. And you're trying to stop people on motorcycles from attacking the truck as it drives away.
So your friends are in a truck and they're going up ahead, and then a bunch of motorcycle troops, Shinra guys, are showing up, and you're supposed to whack them with your sword as you're on your motorcycle. Mm-hmm. It's so hard to control.
Right, because the slightest tap left or right will send you just veering. Like you.
Why can't I? Oh, I can control up and down too. Oh, I see. God, fucking hit them. Cloud. Okay, finally. Oh, I see what they're going for here. This is cool.
Yeah, as stupid as this is to control, like, from a gameplay point of view, like, the thrust of that cinematic into this is cool.
It's
and at
really
the time, especially, I think
it also
awesome.
just, like, looks kind of cool and very video gamey, but I do like the look of this.
It's just compared to any of the things in the last game, this is, like, balls to the wall, we're doing stuff here.
Oh, yeah. Okay, all right. Come on, hit him! Cloud! Oh, I'm hitting the wrong side.
You gotta
oh,
go
God.
side.
It's hard to tell. Come on.
Yeah.
You fucking dicks. God, this is This is amazing. Yes. Okay. You guys are clean. I got it. I'm working. I got this.
You're working it now.
I'm working this. I want to see somebody speed run this.
They're pretty good at it.
God, I can't hit them. Yeah, there you go, you piece of shit. How much fucking... God, my arm must be getting tired. The sword looks heavy.
I know, it's just waving it around like it's a fan.
Fucking dicks. Now we're playing video games. Like, now I'm playing a video game. Stop it. Get away from them. Oh, shit. Well, I'm not going to be able to hit that with my bat. Yeah, like the most heavily armored tank I could ever imagine.
Yeah.
Like its wheels are made out of steel.
Its wheels have armor on top of the wheels that are then more steel. That have spikes.
Impossible to hit with your bat.
It starts chasing us, and this freeway ends in a ramp.
Yeah,
like it's going up. It's like a motorcycle
But
jump.
then it's like the stop. Yeah, it's like that freeway gap in speed.
It's like they were building a freeway, and it gets to the edge of Midgar, and it just kind of stops. It stops. Like,
oh, dead end. So we stop at the edge of it instead of like gunning it like you know you're supposed
to.
to.
Fight the tank.
We're not gonna rev our engines and go over that ramp, like speed style.
Nope.
We're gonna turn around and fight this armored car. We're gonna fight this drill. Oh, jeez. You wanna turn it down a bit?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Go with like 25 maybe. Not the twin burner. They're burning the twins.
Not again.
So we beat the tank. Mm-hmm. It's finally time to take our first steps out of Midgar. Wow.
Oh my god.
Marinate, buddy. Slip into this hot
Look
tub.
at this.
Oh, wow. Well, what do we do now?
So we stand on the edge of the off-ramp to nowhere and look out across a vast landscape.
It does look like the ramp they built up to the edge of the top of the plate.
Yeah, it's just like a vista. It's like the edge of this road is just a vista.
Why did they build it?
See for miles.
Sephiroth is alive. I have to settle the score.
And that'll save the planet?
Seems like it.
What? Why? Okay.
All right, I'm going.
I'll go too. I have things that I want to find out.
I'm gonna see how hard I can go.
Yeah.
About the ancients?
About many things.
Like, if I could like do it as though like I have one of those voice boxes for after a tracheotomy. I guess this is goodbye, Midgar.
Woo.
Holy shit, we're gonna say goodbye to our opening
We're
town.
gonna say goodbye to Midgar. That's the opening town, man.
I mean, that's not the end of disc 1 or anything.
That's fucking the opening town.
Holy shit.
It might also be the end of disc 1, I'm not sure.
Oh, it isn't.
No, it's not even close.
So the way we got down out of Midgar is that there was like a rope with a hook on the end of it that we like climbed down from that ramp.
Yeah. I guess we just found some old construction shit and just hung it down.
So now we're on the ground floor of Midgar, outside of like the entrance to Sector 7.
It's confusing because the outside of the city is like they built a big glass wall around it with security doors, which makes me wonder how anyone moves here ever. Because they're always talking about people moving here from their hometown. But like if you got here, you would be like, hello?
Maybe there's some Midgar Ellis
like
Island.
Some Wizard of Oz shit. Like you go up and you have to like...
Like, oh, you're seeing the President of Shinra. Well, that's a horse of a different color.
Exactly, yeah.
I'm going back to my hometown, and it'll go as far as that. Everyone on the team is like, we'll go with you on this mission, except for Red, who's like, take me home.
Yeah, well, they do what's now this point, like, comfortingly cliche. All the characters going, just to reiterate, we all do have a reason for coming with you.
Exactly. Exactly. We have our own individual things. Everybody's got a motivation. I guess this is the start of our journey.
Yeah.
Here we are. At the start of our journey.
The start of our journey is finally here.
You hate traveling, or it's dangerous, you sure you want to go?
All these options never make sense to me.
They both kind of mean the same.
Why? What?
I don't know, but I don't have anywhere else to go. So I guess it doesn't really matter whether I like to travel or not. I guess.
You know what? This is the first time I've left Midgar. But I am my bodyguard, right?
Oh, fucking shit. What a bunch of assholes.
We told Eris's mom to go somewhere safe, so Arlene should be safe too. So the game gives us an option to say to Barrett either, yeah, I'm sure she's fine, or I don't know.
Yeah, like just to be a dick.
I have to. I gotta be honest with this guy.
Yeah.
I don't know if she's safe.
Stop it, Cloud.
I'm worried too.
Yeah, oh my god. What a terrible thing to say.
Wow, the interaction between the characters has really stepped up a big notch. Like, it's really way more complex.
So, our journey... Let's stay here for a while. So I walk Cloud right up to the door that's locked.
Yeah, why does it give you the option when you try to leave this screen of, let's stay here for a while? There's literally nothing for you to do on this screen.
Let me back
I
in.
think you can go back in.
Sector
for a
7,
while.
you're my home. Can I hop back on this hook? Alright. Let's go.
Let's go!
Let's start our journey.
Oh my god.
We need a group leader for our journey, because only me could be the leader.
Nah, everyone's decided that it's Cloud, dude.
It would have to be Cloud.
I don't know how much further I can go.
Yeah. Fuck. Alright. Go northeast to a town called Calm.
Call him with a K.
If something happens, we'll meet there.
Alright.
So we have a goal.
Yeah, other than go find Sephiroth, our
Yeah,
goal
which-
is go to the town of Calm.
Yeah, our main goal for literally the entire game
Yeah.
is going to be find Sephiroth, but there's always a secondary goal of go to the next town.
Yeah, exactly.
Besides, we can't have 5 people strolling down the fields. It's too dangerous.
Man, this is such a stupid reason to only have 3 people in your party at a time.
I really think that they would have done better to not come up with a reason
Right.
than to tell you something that if you start thinking about it, you go, wait a minute, no, it's not safer
It's
to
not
travel
safer
in
to-
groups.
What
You
do
don't
you-
split up. I've played D&D. No, come on.
Split up into 2 parties. Look at this lush field of growing characters.
I'm gonna take Barrett. I'll take Tifa.
We send Red and Eris off for some alone time, because
Yeah.
we're not going to force it on them, but maybe
Right.
they should try to save their species.
There's a healthier way to do that same experiment that Hojo was doing.
I mean, he thought it was going to work, right? He's a scientist.
He was pretty sure. Bye. Goodbye, Red the 13th and Eris.
Alright, bodyguard, I'll see you at that town north of here, I guess.
Oh, a beanbag for the dog.
Look at
It's like the world's biggest dog bed. As my dog is enjoying the beanbag.
Yeah, this was a part of my design the entire time. As soon as I saw that giant beanbag, I was like, there needs to be a dog in the middle of it.
As that's happening, we step out onto the world map.
I mean, man.
Oh my god.
I can't even compare this to the other games, because
No.
they usually spit you onto the world map within an hour.
The first game opens with you in this screen.
You open on the world map.
You open
and you
on
walk
this
into the
screen
town,
outside
yeah.
of town, and then it would be like we walk into Midgar as the opening of the first game.
And then this one, they were like, what if you start inside of a town so dense that it's like walking out of a giant maze? Like, that whole part is like a maze.
God.
Like, you're in a maze and we finally got out. Mm-hmm. Cities are mazes. In Final Fantasy.
My God.
We just break another layer of the maze. Like, they just used a maze as an entire 8 hours of it. I mean, it's not is it a maze?
Is it a maze? There
It
were
was
activities in
maze-like.
it.
It was maze-like.
There were a lot of
We were
activities.
distracted. We were too distracted to see the maze, but...
Oh my god, that looks amazing. Saving on the world map. He was like, I'm getting way ahead of myself
Oh,
here.
dude,
But
here we
eventually
are.
you're gonna be able
We're at
to.
the world map.
Oh my god, it looks like this.
Leave Midgar, yeah.
Well, let's save. Oh, we're back Now we're playing Final Fantasy, but look, he's like a 3D thing.
I know.
But it's Final Fantasy.
You can move the camera around too, I think.
Oh, how? Oh, no, it's the R1 and L1. Whoa.
Yeah, so because it's 3D, their adaptation of the world map is kind of interesting. Because
you have the option of the old view of like top down, looking at your character. You know, you're locked to north-south.
But because your character and the world have like height and depth, you can pivot the camera down a little to a lower angle and like run around in third person almost.
Yeah, and you can like see ahead. Whoa.
It's funny it works this naturally, right? Because when you walk up to a city, like, you're the size of a building.
Right.
Which it was that way before in 2D, but there's something different about not seeing the actual 3D things next to each other. So, like, you know, you walk through a forest in this game, and you're, like, chest high in a forest.
Right. This whole view allows you to get a better sense of your bearings in one way, but it also lets you spin the camera around and lose your sense of north, south,
right.
east,
It
and
lets
west.
you completely get lost, which especially becomes problematic at points when it's like, we'll get there. But I mean, yeah.
Holy shit, right?
Look at these
it.
graphics. Well, look at that water. There's like 4 colors to it, or 3.
Dude, those colors mean things.
Oh, you can run around it like that too? Like you can do the old view running around, or you can run around it like...
Oh yeah, you can walk around while you're moving the camera and stuff.
That's awesome.
If I remember correctly, it makes getting lost very easy.
Well, if you go
because
back to
north
the...
is
north is changing.
Elusive,
Man,
yeah.
why don't we stay with the old look? It said northeast, right? Like this will be it?
I think that's it.
Yay! Town! Hi, town. I'm as big as your buildings. And now I'm in you. And that's season 4, episode 6.
Smell that fresh air. We're
Oh, yeah.
out of Midgar.
We've seen the world map. I cannot believe it. That's so much game.
And I think next week we're going to learn what Cloud knows, what he can consciously know about his past. We're going to learn...
the story is going to actually start to unfold.
Yeah,
the characters and the world has been set up. Now it's time to play in it.
Yeah, and he's going to explain his history with Sephiroth, and then I think we're going to go do some Chocobo stuff.
Chocobo stuff is coming up soon. That's
just
going to
what I
be
remember
some
from
fun-ass
what's coming
times.
up. I don't know if the Chocobo stuff will be next time.
But yeah, Chocobos are coming up, not next week, but I think the week after.
The week after that. Next week is exclusively, I think, going to be like a flashback into Cloud's past.
Big story week next week.
Cloud and Tifa's past.
That's right. Intertwined and complicated.
It more than you'll know for a long time, because we're not going to spoil it. I'm sure a lot of you already know, but
Yeah.
we're trying to serve two masters here.
While still just straight up spoiling the
I know.
one major spoiler.
We're really only serving one master, and that's us, but we're trying to make it good for everybody.
Yeah. Oh, are you ready to enter the life stream?
Yeah, let's pop our own bubble and become one with the universe, Jeff.
All right, I'm ready.
Oh, getting a lot of groovy colors today.
Yeah, it tastes like yellowish green today.
Yeah, it's all kind of pixelating around me. Oh, I think the message might be forming in multiple dimensions.
Oh, look at it. Oh, it's a little discombobulated, but I think I'm getting it here. Oh, it's from Travis Mountain at Pixel Mountain Pop Art.
Oh, who sent us that wonderful piece he
That
made
incredible,
last...
that you heard, if you listened to the beginning of last episode, we opened the package and you heard us react to that wonderful piece of art. He specializes in pixel art for all ages, based on video games, comic books, pop culture portraits. He's accepting commissions for custom pieces. Custom pieces can be based on anything. They don't have to be based on something that he's done before. And he's really excited to talk through like the design phase of things. Because like what he said to us about the thing that he made.
Let's describe it again. He basically made a mock-up of a Final Fantasy 1 boss fight in pixel art, except the boss is our show's logo, and it's full of inside jokes from the show. It's really wonderful.
Yeah, and one of the things that he's like putting thought into is that got 3 dimensions to it, because the characters who are alive are actually 2 layers off of the board, and the characters who are dead in the battle already are 1 layer off of the board to indicate that, like, they're, a different state. There's just a huge amount of thought put into it. And he said, I want to make things that not only look good, but also have meaning for the people that I'm making them for. The planning and design phases are a lot of fun for me, too, and I hope that comes through in the final product.
Well, yeah, this would be really great if you wanted to get a gift for somebody, some pixel art. Like, he's really thoughtful, and it would be great to, you could talk to him about what you want it to mean and what you want it to look, and he would, I think,
and the kind of thing that person's into, and the inside jokes that you worked out with them.
Yeah, I think he would have great ideas about how to implement it.
Because that's something else, is that he filled the abilities list with a bunch of inside jokes from Season 1. It's really wonderful.
Anyway,
Go check out Pixel Mountain Pop Art. Go to facebook.com/Pixel Mountain Pop Art, or email pixelmountainpopart@gmail.com. He's also on Instagram and Etsy. Search for Pixel Mountain Pop Art on Etsy. But get involved on the Facebook page.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Travis. Should we go back, or, oh, wait. Is this a second message?
Oh, a double whammy today.
Oh my god. It's never been done before, but
Here we go.
Here we go. Here's a second message of the week. I'm reading, the final season of Game of Thrones is here. To celebrate, the rock band Lipstick Generation have begun a musical challenge. After watching each episode of the new season, the band is writing, recording, and releasing a new song about the plot of each episode within 24 hours of the airing of each new episode. The new songs can be found on the band's website, lipstickgeneration.com, and on YouTube within 24 hours of each episode airing, and will be on most streaming platforms shortly thereafter, based on however long it takes for iTunes and Spotify to process them.
Well, that sounds like a perfect soundtrack for all of your Reddit theorizing while you're trying to figure out,
Daenerys, does she deserve the throne or what?
Yeah, what's the deal with that? I mean, are we going to find out?
I think this is a really fun idea for a band to challenge themselves to, like, write a song every day.
Yeah.
And, everybody should go check it out. It's lipstickgeneration.com.
Or every week, rather. They're going to have a new song.
That's right.
And if you're listening to this episode long after Game of Thrones has ended,
you should be able to get that whole album. Binge the album after binging the season. Anyway, thanks so much to Greg Troyan for that message.
Yeah.
All right, you ready to get out of here?
I'm ready.
Let's go.
Crawl back into that human suit. Go back to the square world, Jeff.
Here we go. And we're back. If you're interested in a message, a live stream message, the cost of entry to the parallel universe is $25.
Yeah, that's our cost.
Just email us at nocatpodcast@gmail.com. That's NOCKAT with the subject line live stream, and we'll make it happen. With that, please go rate and review us on iTunes. You can find us at noonecannoknowabouthis.com or at nocatpodcast@gmail.com. That's NOCKAT. You can find us at Facebook and Twitter with NoCat Podcast.
Yeah.
Go to the Patreon, patreon.com/nocat. You get the video version, t-shirt.
Yeah, if you're looking for a way to support the show, that's a great way. Another good way is you can buy an advertisement with us in our
Billboard segment.
Another great way you can support the show is tell a friend who likes Final Fantasy or video games. You could just do that.
Or who likes funny shit and try to explain to them. Try to get your friends who aren't into Final Fantasy to listen to this show.
Yeah, or if you
do your best with that.
Or if you think that they just fall madly in love with us or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Bring some joy into somebody else's world.
Yes.
And if it doesn't spark joy, you know what to do. We all do now.
We all do now that Netflix has shown us the way.
This is going to be so out of date. Nobody's going to know what I'm talking about.
Is season 2 of Marie Kondo's show coming out?
I mean, maybe she'll be bigger than ever. Maybe she'll be president.
Could be. I mean, she had that book before the show.
She won't be president by the time this comes out. She's Japanese.
Right. We could change the laws by then. This isn't coming out before the election of 2020 is really the deal.
You're governing a country based on whether something sparks joy. She's bringing people before her, and she's like, it sparks joy. Thumbs up.
You get to live.
Yeah.
Wow, I feel like there's so much more to be explored with that idea.
Oh man, yeah, that's a whole dystopian universe.
We'll maybe bring that back up in the future.
Yeah, let's get to the dark side of sparking joy later in the series.
With that, let's see if a little dessert could spark some joy.
Yeah, let's do it right now.
All right. Dessert cart's coming. Here you go. Enjoy.
What is it? What do you want to eat for dessert this week?
Oh, something cream-filled.
How about a banana cream pie?
That sounds great.
Mm-hmm.
Can we use the Gros Michel bananas, or do they have to be Cavendish?
We have to use the Gros Michel. I'm going to demand it. I can
right.
handle bananas in, like, suspended in banana cream pudding stuff. But it'd be better if they were better. Why did I suggest that?
Enjoy that. What?
I guess we're eating banana cream pie.
Brush fire there.
Yeah. Oh, it's pretty serious.
Wild.
No wonder everybody's rubbernecking. It's pretty cool to look at.
It is.